We're joined by Kurt Eichenwald. He's senior writer at Newsweek and political editor and White House correspondent at the Huffington Post. Sam Stein is with us as well. Thanks, gentlemen, for being with us.
Of course.
Sam, what do you make of the Democrats saying we're staying on the committee?
I'm not surprised. I think they validated the role they chose to play initially during yesterday's hearing. A lot of the hearing was derailed, in fact, by Ranking Member Cummings going after Trey Gowdy, the chairman of the committee, over this fascination with the role that Sid Blumenthal played on the committee. And I think that just sort of exemplified what Democrats have discovered, which is that they need to be in the room in order to affect the pace, the investigations, the transcripts that are released, and now, of course, the testimony. So it makes sense that they'd want a seat at the table.
Kurt, you didn't hold back in a new piece in Newsweek magazine. You wrote, the historical significance of this moment, the Benghazi committee, can hardly be overstated. The awesome power of government, one that allows officials to pour through almost anything they demand and compel anyone to talk or suffer the shame of taking the Fifth Amendment, has been unleashed for purely political purposes. You are convinced this is all politics?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, what you have is a GOP base that is being driven by conspiracy theories, is being driven by paranoia. Nothing ever happens that is just, here's a bad event. There's always something plotted somewhere. And you have people who have been elected to Congress who subscribe to conspiracy theories, and you have others who are afraid to take them on. I mean, yesterday, virtually every single issue that was raised has been addressed in the previous reports. You had members of Congress, Republicans, who were either lying or so ignorant of what's already been done that they don't deserve to be on a Benghazi committee.
But let me push back a little bit, Kurt, because Republicans would say, I think if they were here, they would say, look, we have learned things along the way, though. We've uncovered things. Notably, we uncovered that Hillary Clinton had a private email server.
Yeah, and I come back to that and go, yeah, and, you know, it's not where her server was or what her server was. This is a Benghazi committee. This is supposed to be about a terrorist attack that took place in 2012. These Hillary Clinton emails add nothing to the story. And you've also, you know, the emails are important in the context of that hearing, because what became very clear, the members of Congress were saying, well, did you have the communications with the ambassadors that, you know, Kurt Eichenwald has with his kids? I mean, they clearly do not understand how the communication systems work inside the Department of State. They don't know about secure comm links. They don't know about, you know, what are called CIVITs, which are secure video links. They don't know about the cable system. Or if they know about it, again, they're lying.
Sam,
and so they're trying to create this worldview that just doesn't exist in reality.
Sam, what does Paul Ryan do with all of this? You know, he's a conservative leader. Will he want to continue the work of the committee or just sort of push it aside to move on?
God, it would be political suicide if he didn't continue the work with the committee after having to get the buy-in from all of his conservative colleagues. If he were to turn around and axe this thing, I think he would have one of the shortest
speakerships. So you're saying he has no choice? He's going to move forward with it?
No, I think they have no choice at this juncture. I would differ a bit from Kurt, I think. I do agree that much of this is politically motivated. I will say, though, that the uncovering of the former Secretary of State's email address has been a significant development. And I do think there is merit to its relationship with Benghazi, and only in this, that we have found some emails, including stuff that did surface yesterday with respect to her communications with the Prime Minister of Egypt, that do add some light on how she was perceiving the attack in the days afterward. I don't think it blew up or justified the conspiracy theories.
I'm going to interrupt here.
However, I think it was important to uncover. Go ahead.
No, this was, I'm going to interrupt here because that was not uncovered in the emails. That was from notes that were produced to the House Intelligence Committee that are in the House Intelligence Committee report. And what was also clear from the House Intelligence Committee report was that the intelligence went back and forth 3 times in the course of 24 hours. And so when Hillary Clinton was talking to the president of Egypt, at that time, she was reciting what the intelligence was at that time.
Let me jump in.
12 hours later, it was different. 12 hours later after that, it was different again.
Let me jump in one time,
But that was
gentlemen.
not from Hillary Clinton's emails.
Let me jump in here. I just want to make sure we represent what the Republican reaction was yesterday. We have some sound of several of the candidates out on the trail reacting to the Benghazi testimony. Let's take a listen.
Well, I didn't see much of it, but she's not accepting responsibility.
She must take responsibilities for failures that happened at the State Department under her watch. And this was the costliest of all in terms of human lives, American lives.
I think it demonstrates that she won't be held accountable until we have a nominee in a general election debate who will hold her accountable.
Sam, did she take responsibility yesterday?
Well, it's silly. She's taken responsibility in earlier hearings. She said the onus lies with her. And, you know, these are also the same Republicans who have been defending George W. Bush over the 9/11 attacks, even though it happened under his watch. So there's a bit of hypocrisy here. I don't think she hasn't taken responsibility. And I think after 11 hours straight of testimony, it's fair to say that she has faced questioning. You can quibble whether it's good or bad questioning, but she has faced questioning over the role that she played at the State Department.
Kurt, I'll let you have the last word. As we move forward now, if they call more witnesses, what happens then?
Well, hopefully, if they call more witnesses, they're going to actually ask them about Benghazi. I mean, the only person who did that yesterday was Tammy Duckworth, and she asked some very penetrating, very important questions, and Clinton answered them. And hopefully, the people on the committee will start to take their job seriously, stop looking at it as political, read the previous reports and know what's in them, and try and move forward with new information if there is anything to find.
Kurt Eichenwald, Sam Stein, thanks for being with us. Our own Rachel Maddow is sitting down with Hillary Clinton tonight for her first interview